Hello everyone. Very good evening to all of you. Welcome to the day 4 of Web Dev 101. Today's topic is CSS Practical Labs, and today's agenda is simply to write code. So today we are going to cover three main topics. First is designing a card using HTML and CSS. Second, we will see how we can create responsive web design using media queries, and we can support all kind of devices. And then we'll also build a mini project using HTML and CSS. So today we are going to mostly write code, and there will be a very less number of slides. So I hope you all are very excited for the coding part, and let's get started. So follow up your learnings using the GitHub link. I have already shared and discussed about the same. And okay, coming to the first topic, design a card using HTML and CSS. So okay, now let us navigate to this link, which is https developers.google.com. Okay, so inside developers.google.com, we see this is a very famous website. It is visited by a lot of people, a lot of developers especially, and it is having nice design, nice UI. So let us pick something. Let us pick this card. Okay, so here we have a news container, and inside that we are going to create this kind of card. So you can see get started with Google on device ML, and this card is something which we are going to design today. Okay, I'm really excited to do this. So let me kickstart a new project, and let me share my screen. Okay, VS Code will appear now. Okay, so VS Code is visible to you, all of you, right? Zoom in a little bit. And first of all, the first step of any project is to create the index.html file. So we have created the index.html file. Now using VS Code, it helps us in developer productivity. So let us create the first HTML template. We have doc type, we have HTML tag, we have head tag, we have body tag, and this is the main structure of any HTML web page. Now let us say this that let us just name this as Google Developers News Card. Okay. Now we have, let us save this. Let us also open in the browser so you can quickly right click on copy path and open this in a browser. Okay. Now inside body. Now whenever we are trying to code, whenever we are trying to code, then first of all we should have a design in mind. So let us see what kind of design it is. So it is kind of a rectangle. We can say it is kind of a rectangle container, and it is having one image. It is having some heading. It is having some content, and it is having one button which redirects us to another URL. So are you, first of all, identify what are the core things that we want to focus upon. So we, first of all, we want to focus upon a container, which is some kind of a rectangular container, then image, heading, paragraph, and a button. Okay. So now let us first of all use a div. So div is something when we want, when we generally want to group some kind of elements together. So for an example, if we see, we want to group all these elements inside this rectangular container. So we, for such purposes, we can use div. So let us say div, and we'll style all these things later on. But let us also add the image. So here we'll say here what is the image? Okay, let us see, copy the image address, and let us say, okay, here we have pasted the image address, and let us say this is the news card image. Okay, let us save this, and let's open on our page, and we see the image is loading up. Now what is next? Next is we have get started with Google on device ML. So it looks like a heading. So we can try using, for an example, let us try using H2. Let's paste the content. Let us see how it looks. Okay, okay, the structure is proper. So now let us copy this content. So whenever we want to input some kind of paragraph content, then we use p tag. Let us paste the paragraph. Okay, now you are able to see that we have created a group of different HTML elements. Okay, clear till now? Everything clear till now? Okay. Next thing is we have a button. We have something which sends us on another page. Okay. So whenever we want to navigate the user from one page to another, we use anchor tags. Okay. And here it is written learn more. So let's say, okay, let's add an anchor tag and say learn more. Okay. Refresh. Okay, here we see learn more, here we see image, heading, and content. Now, what exactly is missing on our part? What do you think? What is missing, and what is the difference between both this card? I'm waiting for your answers in the chat section. Container box is remaining. Okay, hyperlink, CSS, very important. Okay, so whenever you try to create a project, or whenever you try to create a website, so first of all, mostly write all the HTML content, structurize the content. So here we see that all the content is mostly structurized. We have different kind of structures, and we can, whenever we want to check, then we can see that we have a division, right? The div is highlighted, then we have image, heading, content, and link. Okay, so mostly we have structurized the layout part. Now let us see how we can add CSS to this. Okay, so let us add, first of all, let us create CSS file. So either we can use style tag over here, we can also create style.css, and we can also use inline CSS. Okay, so let us create styles.css. Okay, so now we have styles.css. We have this. The code is visible to you perfectly, right? Okay. So now let us, whenever we want to use CSS, either we can use class, either we can use ID, or we can use element tag. For now, we don't want to generalize the design. So let us say, let us add a class to this division. Let us say that it should be contain. Okay, it should be container. We can let's say as card. Okay, let's say as card. Now here, as we are using class attribute, we need to specify using dot operator. Using dot. So now the main part is what the thing is. We want to have a white color background, and we want to have a very thin border. Okay. So to differentiate, first of all, to differentiate between the background, let us color the whole body part. Let us say that the background color should be azure, a little bluish, or let us say, light. And on this part, let us say background color should be white. Save the project, reload. Okay. Why is it not working? Any guesses why it is
लिंक
not
टैग
working?
नहीं डालना लिंक टैग
Sorry?
लिंक सीएसएस नहीं की
Correct. Perfect. So let us add style.css to our HTML tag. Now this should work, right? Okay, it is working. So can you see that the div is having, why it is not covering the 100% width? Here we have a uh, we have a margin, right? We have a margin. So by default, body tag, all the by default body tag is having some margin and padding. So let us just remove any kind of margin and any kind of padding. We can also write 0. We can also define that into 0 pixel. Any any of them would work. Now if we reload, we see that it is fitting the 100% screen. Let's structurize this. Okay. So now we see that uh, okay. Now let us add the border to our card. Border, we can say 1 pixel solid, and let us say red for the time being. Okay, we have a very thin border. Okay, so now the border is visible, the border is working. So let us use the actual color. I guess it is AFIF5. This is the color, I believe. Okay, and so 1 pixel solid. And let us add, see, our division is fitting the whole container, right? Now let us have some margin. Let us say margin equals to 20 pixel. Now let's see how it is looking. So it is kind of looking better, right? It is not fitting the whole screen and it looks better than before. Now let us say padding. Let us add some padding. Now you will see that the padding is added inside the card. Okay, padding is inside and margin is outside the card. So now we have seen this, right? Now the main thing is that the image is too big for us. So now let us style the image. So let us say, uh, let us add attributes directly here. So we can say width equals to 300 pixels. Okay, image is still appearing, but let's go to the next thing. Let us compare this get started with dual HTML and our head. So we need to do two things. We need to change the thickness of our heading, and we also need to change the color of our heading. So okay, so image okay. Now the image is loading perfect, and it is also smaller. Now let us style using heading. So we can also, as we saw that we can also write inline CSS. So let us try inline CSS too. Let us say, do you remember what do we need to do when we need to change the color? Font color. We just need to use color. And let us say light blue color. Let's try with that. Let's use blue color. Okay. Blue is quite better than the other part. And now coming to the thickness. So what do you think? What is the property that we need to use?
Border style.
Okay. So for font part, if you might remember, we discussed something called font weight or font style. So when we want font weight, so if I say, let us say 600, it will be 60% bold. It will be a little less bold than what it would be generally. So let's again compare. Okay, pretty similar. We can also reduce to 500, and that should be okay. Now the next thing, let us see the learn more button. Okay, so here if we see we have a different color when we just hover over this image. So any guesses how we can do that? Let's see. So we have here the anchor tag over here, right? So let us add, instead of anchor tag, let us directly use the button and see what is going to be the difference between both of them. Okay, here is the button and here is the general look of this button. Now, what do we need to do? We need to style the button. So let us add some class. Instead of href, let us say class equals to btn, and let us add btn class to here. Now, what do we need to do? We need to color the button. So uh, we want the font color to be kind of a blue color. So let's say color equals to blue, and we don't want the border. We don't want any border by default. Let's remove the border here. Save, save the project, refresh. Okay, this is better than what it was before. Now what is remaining? We need to remove the background, and we need we need to add some border radius too. Let's see. Let us say uh, background. Let us first of all remove the background. So we can say the background can be transparent, and let us also add some padding. Let us say 10 pixels. See how it looks. Okay, looks pretty similar. Other than the color part, it looks pretty similar. Now we want the functionality of having the background when we hover over this. So what we can do is that we can use the CSS, we can use the CSS selector button again, and there is something called hover. So whenever we hover, this is whenever we use our mouse and keep the pointer on this button, it will be hovered. So let's say on the hover part, we want the color to be blue. We also want the border to be 0. We also want the border radius to be, let's say, 5 pixels. And we want the background color to be a little different from blue. Let's see what colors do we have. A little different, little light. So you can see we have kind of this kind of functionality, right? We can tweak the colors and all later, but try to understand the the main functionality. Okay, we have this kind of functionality now. Okay. Now here you can see that we have some common CSS, right? We have border 0 common. We have that part is common, and we also have color common. So let's remove this from over. Let's see how it looks. Okay, it looks similar, right? And this is how we generally optimize. We don't write CSS code twice. We always try to reduce that. Let us also see if we remove color blue, then how it looks like. On the hover part, it looks the same. So we don't need to write any other CSS. It works perfectly. Whenever we want, whenever we hover over this, we want the background color to be different, and we also want a little border radius. So border radius is for this kind of curvy borders. Okay. And what next do we have? What next do we have? Okay, let us style the image more. Okay, let us style the image more. So instead of this, let us also try using CSS. Let us say class equals to card image, and say, and inside card image, we want this be to be the whole block. So let us center this image. So here the image is center, right? So let us center the image and set the width of the image. So let us say uh, width equals to 100 pixel. We can also set up using we can also set up the width of the image using CSS. And let's see how it looks like. Okay, so now coming to the main part, which is very important generally. So how to center an image or how to center a div. So what we can do is that we can have margin for this image. We can have equal margin from left and equal margin from right, and then this image will be on the center. This is one option to center the image. So let us see using the margin option. Let us say margin auto and see if that works out. Still it is not working, and the main reason behind that is that image is an inline element, and this kind of properties only work on block elements. So for an example, if we want to change to block element, now let us try. Now the image is on the middle. Now the image is perfectly centered. Now what is the difference? What is the difference between this card and what is the difference between this card? What do you think is the difference? Waiting for your answers. Let me tell you, the width of both the cards are different. Here you see it is very wide, while here the width of the card is very less. Okay, so now let us style the card. Let us open the code. Okay, now let us style the card. So now if you want to style the card, we can also use the width property over here. Now to style the width, we also have something called as maximum width. So if we want that it should not, the card should not be too much big. The maximum width of the card should be, for an example, 300 pixel, and it will not go beyond 300 pixel in on any device screen. So let's say the maximum width is 300 pixel. Now let's see how it looks like. Okay, looks pretty similar, but you see that here we have kind of rounded borders, and let us also have some rounded borders here too. Let us say that the border radius should be 5 pixel. We just need to try and test all these kind of values. It is not that 5 pixel is the only option, but it is all like trial and error method. So now it should look good. A little dark. Okay. So apart from the colors, we can dig out the colors. But apart from the colors, the design of both these cards is pretty similar. Also reduce the edge to weight a little bit more, say 400. Now it looks pretty similar. Now what I want you to do is that here you can see that we have different fonts. The G is different, while here the G is different. So the kind of homework for you today is that to search how can we add online fonts. How can we add Google fonts? So how can we add Google fonts is the question for you. Uh, Research that today, and let's come tomorrow with answers and see how can we use different kind of fonts. And this is how we can style the card. Apart from the colors, we have styled the more structure, and the colors and all that can be changed. So do you have any questions in this project? Here we have used different concepts, inline, block, element concepts. We have also used HTML, CSS properly, different kind of CSS. Here we have used inline CSS. We have also used using external style sheet, and so on and so forth. So, any questions so far? Any questions? Okay. I
Hello.
hope things are.
Hello. So are
Yeah,
you going
tell
to
me.
explain about Flexbox? Flexbox.
Flexbox is a little time-taking concept, and we also need to have some content for the second version of WebDev 101. But if you wanna learn about Flexbox, we can discuss that later because we want you to first of all learn the basics and then move to advanced CSS concepts.
Yeah, yeah. I know it's already, but I'm refreshing it. I'm a web dev. I'm a React.js developer.
Okay, okay. So let's discuss over Discord if you wanna have a chat after the meeting. And
Okay.
sure. So Dinesh Kumar says if you create a copy of another website, can it create any copyright problems? See, this is all for learning purpose, right? You are not going to start your own business using the same design. Then it's okay to learn. Rohan says, sir, what is the difference between ID and class? So, see, we can also use different class. Say, let us say background white. We can also use any other border, right? So we can use different more than one class on one HTML element, and we can also use the same class. For an example, if I want to create another div, let's say, and I also want the card class to be used over here, then this can be used. But if I define the ID over here, let's say ID equals to news card, then I cannot use the same ID for any another element. Okay. So I hope things are clear in this project, and let's get started with what we have next. Okay, so we almost try to create a similar a card using HTML and CSS. You can also tweak the colors. You can also tweak fonts. You can also tweak styles. But let us see what are we going to cover next. So the next part is responsive web design. So whenever we say responsive web design, it is basically an approach to web design which makes the web pages look perfect on different screen sizes. So we also discussed about media queries yesterday and how we need to think whenever we are a UI designer or whenever we are a web developer designing front end and user interfaces, then we need to think that all the web pages and all the HTML elements should look properly on different screens, say a desktop screen or an iPad or a mobile device. So how we can do that? First of all, we need to set the viewport. So even in the code part, we generally set the viewport, which defines that this is the initial scale, and uh, it is not zoomed in or it is zoomed out, and it also defines what is the device width and screen width and all. We need to add this tag in the head tag, which is the meta information for the browser. Next thing we covered yesterday is media queries. I just want to quickly refresh this. So for an example, if we have some CSS code written, then that will apply to all the screens. But if we want some particular CSS code for some different screen sizes, then we can define that using add the media screen, and then we can add different conditions. So here the condition is that the maximum width, if the maximum width of the screen is 800 pixel, then this CSS code will be then this CSS code will override the general CSS code. Okay, yesterday we covered media queries very briefly. So let's see what is next. Let's write code again. Let's build a project using HTML and CSS, and time to build a project. So now what I want to do is that I want to create this kind of portfolio website. I just want to run a quick check. It's 7:43 right now. We might take time till 8:10 or 8:15 for this project. Are you folks okay with 8:10? Okay, okay. So quickly, let us get started with this project. Let me create a new folder. Okay, let's see how we can do that. Okay, so now we have initialized the folder. Now, first of all, the main thing is to create the index.html part. I'll not repeat what we discussed earlier. So let's keep the pace a little bit faster. And let's define the first project. So, okay. Here the name is, let's say, Hardik Terasari. I'll put in my name. And then what we need in the body is we need an image heading tag. We need one more heading. Then we want again a heading. We want some content. We want different buttons which have different color when we hover. Then we have a table. We have a heading and we have a table. And then we have hobbies. We have different list items. So all these are very basic HTML elements, and let's see how we can do this. So now, first of all, thing is that we have different colors too, right? So let's have different divisions for each and every. So let us say this is going to be one container, about is going to be another container, and so on and so forth. Let's say we have a div, we have image. I have the image URL. Let me quickly copy that. We have the image, and I'll put in the name. Okay. Let us also add some width and height so it doesn't go very beyond that. Okay. So we have the image. Now what else do we need? We need to have a heading is high and Karthik Virasari. And then we have a kind of a smaller heading. Let's use p tag for an example. Let's say software engineer. Let's see how this looks like. Okay, pretty basic, pretty basic. So now let's see what we have next. We have about section. Now let's have another div. Let's say first of all we have about. So let's say it is kind of h2 tag looks like. Let's use for an example h2 about, and let's use p tag for this paragraph. Let's simply copy paste, and then we have three buttons. Let's say we have an anchor tag. Okay, so we have three different anchor tags. Let us say LinkedIn, we have GitHub, and we have this. Okay, so we have three different links, and let's have another div, and we have again an H2 we have, let's say H2 education. Then we have a table. So to create a table, let us use the table tag. Inside table tag, use the table heading for heading part. Then let us define the row. We have one row. We have three different headings. So let's say we have three different heading. One is SR number. Another is institute, and the third is degree. Okay. Then we have uh, okay. The heading part is done. Then we need to create the body part. So inside body, right now we have one row and three different table data. So let's say first row, we have table data. This is simple text. And let's have the SR number 1. Let us have three different rows. So simply copy paste same code. A and third. Let's save this. Let's see how it looks like. Okay. Looks pretty basic, pretty basic. Now let's see what we have next. Okay, after the table, we have another div, another container. So we have hobbies. So let's use H2 hobbies. Then we have a list. So for list, we have this is an unordered list. We do not have any numbers. So let's say UL for unordered. Then we have list items. So let's say sample text and use this for 2 3 times. Okay. Now see how it looks like, and let's also have another container says built by Karthik Virasari. So another container which says built by Karthik Virasari. Let's see how the content looks like. Okay, the content is okay. Now the style part is remaining. Now let us first of all create the CSS. Let's say styles.css. And okay, let us link the CSS file. Okay, it's done. So now, first of all, we need to remove the margin padding from body. Let's remove that. Let's say margin equals to 0 pixel, padding equals to 0 pixel, and this CSS property, this margin and padding is by default from the browser itself. What do we have next? We have the image. So we see that the image here is square and here it is circular. Let's see how we can do that. So let us define a class over here. Let's say class equals to profile image. Say profile image. Okay. Okay. So now we have the profile picture or the profile image. Now let's set the width. Let us first of all set the width as 200 pixel. Then we also want the height to be automatic. So in any case, I want the height to be automatic. And let us say there's no border, but we can set the border radius. So let's say 50 percentage. Let's see how it looks like. Okay, pretty similar to this one. So it clearly looks good. So now let us see what else do we have. We have okay, these two are similar. These two are similar. No problem. Now let us design the container. Let's say container CSS. Now let us add class to all the container. Okay, and inside container, let us uh, have some margin and padding because it is clearly touching the borders. Let's have some margin and padding. Let's have say, let's have margin of 40 pixels. And what else? We also want the text to be center aligned. Right now it is not center aligned. Let's say text align equals to center. Save it. Let's see how it looks like. Okay, looks looks good. Looks good. And what we want is we want different colors, right? We want different colors. So let us create two different CSS properties directly. Let's say background equals to light blue, which has background color light blue. And say background color equals to and background color Alice. Okay, we want different white smoke. Okay, now let us add this class on uh, the high part, education part, and last part. Okay, on the high hello part, let us add this. On the education part, let us add the blue color, and on the last part, we also want this color. Okay, now let's see how it looks like. Okay, pretty similar. Now let us see what we need to do next. We need to uh, define the other class for white smoke color. So inside hobbies, we want white smoke color. We also want in the about section. In the about, we want this color. Now it looks pretty similar. So what next? What next? We have buttons. Okay, we have buttons. So let us first of all give a class to all the links. Let's say button btn. So in the earlier project we used the button tag, and now let us try using the anchor tag. Okay, now let us see how button looks like. How it should look like. Okay, so we don't want any underline first of all. So let's remove the underline. Let's say text decoration should be none. Then we want the color to be white and the background to be blue. Let's say color to be white, background color to be blue, and let's see how it looks like. Okay, let's add some padding to this. 7 pixels. Let us also add some margin to this. Let us say 0 pixel and 3 pixel. See how it looks like. Okay, pretty similar, pretty similar. Now we want to add the hover property. So let us say uh, btn hover, and then let us say we want different background color. We want little lighter blue. Okay, okay, now this works perfectly. What do we have next? What do we have next? Okay, so in the table. So then when we generally discuss table during our HTML part, I told that tables are uh, kind of the table items are block level elements. So let's style the table first. Let's say the style should be like it should be okay. The width. Let's say the width of the table should be 40 percentage. Let us say that the margin should be zero auto. So it should center align. Okay. Now it is center aligned. Let us also add border to it. Let us say 1 pixel solid black. See how it looks like. Okay. Okay. Now we also want to have other borders. In the style part, let's say uh, we should have okay. We should have TD and we should have TH with border 1 pixel solid black. Let's see how it looks like. Okay. Hmm, okay. So let's see the border part. Still, we have to figure out the border part. It's not does not look perfect. Let's see. Uh, First of all, let us see the hobbies part. Then coming down to hobbies. Let's okay. We have okay. Then we wanna inspect. Let's see. Okay. So here see the li tags are full block level elements. It is not going side by side. So let us style the li elements. First of all, let's set the whole UL part. Let's set the style of the UL part to be, let's say width should be around 400 pixels and we want to center that. So let's say margin should be 0 auto and we also want text should be left aligned. Let's see. Okay, let's also have the uh, text aligned to be left. Okay. And the last part is the footer part. Let's add footer. Let's have a class over here. Let's have a class. Let's say footer, and the footer should be text align the center, and it should also have some padding too. Let's say padding equals to 10 pixels. Okay. Here I by mistake I wrote border radius instead of border. So now it is also working perfectly. Now let's compare both this website. Okay. Apart from the color, everything is pretty similar. Let's change this color. So this is the benefit. See, whenever you are using classes and all instead of inline CSS for all the common part, we can directly change the CSS values of all different elements. So changing only one line of code, one part of code will change different values inside the code part. Let's take a little light. Okay, okay. Now both these are pretty similar. So any questions so far? Any questions? Feedback and attendance link is already shared. Let me reshare. Any other questions? Why image block can be centered and inline and see that is how the behavior of CSS is. So you cannot uh, set you cannot center. You have to define that to be block level element. It could be a inline block. There is also something called inline block. But I see. I want you to research on this because CSS is not very easy. It looks easy, but it is not easy to design. Jyoti Sen says, can we create a contact form too? Okay, I don't have any problem in that, but it's already 8 and I have meeting too, so it might take time, but we can discuss tomorrow in the morning if you want to chat over Discord. But in interest of time, we can do this on later part. Any questions? GitHub link, please. I have not uploaded today's code. I'll be uploading that, but all the other code are here. Okay, so thank you everyone for joining in today. Handing over to GDG Jalandhar.